The pacifist with a 5 says, you are the first step in me embracing libertarianism. Not all the way there, but I am looking at it more and more seriously. The pacifist. Well, I think this is what happens. And, you know, I was there during the meme wars through the 2010s of libertarians. We all arguing with each other. A lot of that's calmed down, but we used to always be in forums like fucking autists, sitting here arguing with each other, trying to do dick measuring contests essentially on who's the most libertarian. And I always thought that was fucking retarded. But I think what people are seeing, and I guess the way that I tried to introduce it is, again, learning from people that influenced me. And that is, it's not pragmatism. I don't even like that term. It's more being practical. You can be principled and be practical. Anybody that's telling you that principles mean that you have to be retarded, if I'm going to get really conspiratorial, which isn't a word, with it, that person's a fucking plant. It was like this with my situation, right? As of recently, right? Hey, you're a libertarian. Shouldn't you be carrying out solutions and justice out on yourself? See, that's bait. Because what happens if I do that? If I become Batman, right? I said, fuck it, I'm throwing the mask on, I'm gonna be walking the streets and I'm enacting justice. I'm putting justice in my own fucking hands. That ain't gonna do nothing but put me in fucking prison. Right? So you gotta be practical and you have to be, you know, you can still be principled, but like the world doesn't change just because you want it to. I can't just say, I'm a libertarian. So I guess everywhere I walk, I'm like fucking Professor X or something, and I can just make everybody around me and the world around me be libertarian. And they must abide by the same principles that I do. It's not how this shit works. Right? That's gonna get you powerless and beat up. So you gotta be practical. You gotta be smart. You gotta take your dubs where you can take your dubs. Right? If there was something that would get me out of the seat to vote, let's say it was on the ballot in a local election, all taxes get slashed to 0. If you don't think I'm walking in the ballot box, usually I'd take a shit in the ballot box. Usually I'd say that's more conducive and that's more productive. But if it was making my taxes be 0%, and if all I gotta do is click yes on the bitch, yeah, that may get me to do something other than taking a deuce in the ballot box, because usually that's more conducive. Usually 9 times out of 10, you're probably more productive taking a shit in the ballot box or relieving of yourself than you are actually voting. But if that was the vote, right? That's the practical approach. Yeah, fuck yeah, make it get to 0, right? Now, yeah, would I ideally like that never be up for vote? For sure. But you take your victories where you can. Take your dubs where you can. Don't let principles like anybody like, oh, I'm so high and mighty. I love those memes. They show that shit. It's like, I'm high and mighty. Look at me. I'm so principled. And look at you. You're inconsistent. And you're not. You're inconsistent. You're a hypocrite. Meanwhile, they marching your dumb ass right to the gulag. So all that consistency didn't do jack shit for you, right? So you got to be smart. I reject the idea that to be principled is to be a fucking retard. No, because you gotta take that. That's what the most productive people, as far as bringing about change, are able to do. Right? They are able to have their principles. They're able to have their beliefs, and use the tools that are necessarily available to them, or just the culture that's available to them to enact said change. So you take your dubs where you can. Like, that's my goal in life, right? It's to, if there is an ultimate goal, right, would be, I'd love for this to bring, let's say this, the geographical area that I live in, whether you want to contain that to America or Texas, or hell, even the county that I live in, that shit's more free than what it was, all right, let's say it's more free when I leave versus when I was here. I like to see in my lifetime a more freer, more prosperous geographical area, if at all possible. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.